Hi, welcome back to the second lesson that deals with sound. So in this lesson, I'm just going to show you some pretty much advanced features that you can actually use when you're playing song. So one of the things that I would tell you first to look at is getting into the reference library. So if you go into reference and you type in sound, it's going to bring up pretty much this page that's here, and you can kind of look at some of the advanced methods. The last time I did this lesson, we didn't have this added library. There were a couple of things, but they've added a couple, quite a bit more different methods that you can use along with your sound to kind of either loop the sound, set the volume, set the rate, get the pan, different things like that. So I'd advise you to get into the reference, look at what some of these features do, because when you get to your task, you want to create a slider, and we'll get into that in a little bit, to kind of use some of these methods that we have here along with your sound. Another thing that I just spoke about is that you're going to use a slider. So we've never actually looked at it. We've seen this in the lesson where I gave you the images, where we were using the AI to kind of identify the images. So if you kind of look into the reference and creating a slider, and we'll get into it in a little bit, just kind of look at some of the features that are here. So if I look at this, it says let. Know that let is another way of saying variable. So you're saying you're creating a variable for a slider. You have to initialize your slider, and then you're going to kind of set some values for your sliders that you want to use. So if you look down here, creating a slider, you have to have the minimum and the maximum value, and you have two other values that are set here. So let's jump into our code right away. So from the last time, you should have had this sound file that you did with the code along. So I'm going to be using the same file. I'm going to be changing up a couple of different features that are here. So the first thing that I want to do, if you looked at the other, if you looked at the reference when I just showed you, I want to create a slider. So I'm not going to be using the, I might take, let me do the piano. Let's see which one. I don't know which one. It's a little longer. So I'm going to take out this one. So I'm not going to use this one for this example. And this down here. So I need to create a variable for my slider. So I'm going to say var, and then I'm just going to simply name it slider. Remember, your variable can be named anything that you want to be named. I'm going to name it slider. I need to come down inside of my setup, and here what I'm going to do is do my slider is equal to, and I need to create slider. So create slider. So if you look at the code, you're creating a slider, and then I'm setting my different values for my slider that are here. So what I want to do is that I'm creating that minimum range first. So the first two values are like the range of what you want it to be. So I'm going to set my minimum, and I'm going to do my maximum of 1. I want it to start at the 0.5, and then what I want to increment it by, right? So since I have a starting value of 0 and maximum value of 1, then I want to increment it pretty slowly. So I'm going to do 0.01 as my incrementation. So now that I have I created my slider, I initialized that value, inside of my drawer, I am going to come in here, and this is where I am going to set this song that I have. And I want this slider to kind of be used for the volume. So I'm going to set volume to that slider that I just created. And again, this is using both those, and slider value is a function of its own, so I need those parentheses. This is using some of those values that we just looked at in the reference for sound. So I'm doing my song, I wanted to set the volume, and I'm using the slider to kind of create that. So I think this pretty much looks like it's going to work, so let's see. Here's my slider. I can raise the volume. My soundbite is a little really short, so I can go here and loud, starts in the middle, and I can lower the volume, and I can play around with those. So notice it's getting lower and lower. And again, if you have a longer soundbite, then you can kind of pretty much see how it kind of varies between that. And again, playing around with these minimum and maximum values, you can do that to change up what your minimum and max is and how you want to increment it on your own. So that's pretty much how you create and use a slider. And again, you can use the slider to create anything that you want to. So again, when we go back to the reference and we're looking at, hey, I maybe want to do the rate or whatever, how fast or slow the song plays. Those are different ways that you can set the slider. So I'm also going to look at that, but I'm going to show you a couple of things right now. So if you have like a bunch of different song files and you want to be able to, let's say, load some songs before the others, because sometimes behind the scenes, and sometimes you may have seen it, that sometimes you're trying to load a song and it says loading on the screen. So behind the scenes, if you're having animation and you're having sound and playing at the same time, sometimes you may not want to wait for certain songs, especially if you have a bunch of songs and some files may be longer. You may not want to wait for a bunch of songs to load before you want the animation to start playing or doing different things. So that's where we have this thing called a callback function. And what a callback function allows you to do is kind of like load that sound like we do in preload, but kind of like within the setup itself. But we have to create a function in order to do that. So what I need to do is that I am going to take out my preload function. So we won't need that. So it's kind of like callback versus whether I'm not going to use the callback or the preload function. I'm going to take this out for a second. I still need my load sound, so I need to take this. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it inside of my setup. So I'm going to put it right here. And then I am going to go inside of here. And this is where I'm going to do that callback function. So I'm going to name my callback function loaded. And I need to go down here below my setup, and I'm going to create that function that I just created. And then here is where I am going to play my sound. I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to call my sound down here instead. And that looks pretty much fine. So again, nothing really much has changed here. The only difference is that if I have a bunch of songs, like I said, and some take a little bit longer sometimes to load than the other, this allows you to kind of do that. And if I do like an animation or something like that on my screen as well, that also kind of helps in terms of the animation, because it will allow the animation to play and not wait for those songs to kind of load beforehand. So there's another thing that I want you to look at. And again, that's kind of gets into the kind of playing around with those different features that we have we use for sound itself. So it is where you are going to create, let me see if I have my file. So here is where I created two different sliders here. And again, you can go in there and you can do it yourself. Here I created the sliders, two different sliders. You can look at the code that's here. Inside my setup, I went in and did the same thing that I did before. Here I did the function loaded, I left that in there, and I went in here and played. But now I have two different sliders. I have a slider that's set for the rate of the song, so like how slow or fast the song is going to play. And then, you know, like you can vary these values. So you can change it up. Hey, maybe I want this to play at a certain rate. And again, to understand what the rate is, you would have to go into the reference and look at, hey, what can I do to change up? Do I want it to go faster, slow, whatever, play at half time, or 2 times, you know, speed it up for that. And the other one that I did is for a pan. And pan, what pan does is that, you know, sometimes you're playing a sound and you hear it from one side of the speaker. You may hear a certain beat coming from one side and another beat coming from the other side. Or you're hearing it playing in one side and there's something going on. That's what pan does. It allows you to hear maybe the sound in maybe the right side or the left side or whatever it is. So if I kind of play this, so notice that one's doing that. It's kind of slowing the rate down of the sound. Here, kind of tells you, right now it's playing from kind of like the left side, from the right side. So again, this is kind of like you can play around with these features to kind of help you create whatever task it is that you're going to create. Another thing that I had is that I kind of had animation here, right? So if I wanted to add animation along with the slider, like I was talking about before, here is where, if I wanted my animations to kind of load and whatever, that's where that callback function that we did with the function loaded comes into play. So now here, if I want to use a key press or something like that, so here, I have the S. I see that storm cloud come up. But if I hold the storm cloud, it kind of like grows or whatever, so I can have animations. I can press the B, and that's playing like a spooky sound or whatever. So again, you're going to jump into this, have fun, play around with the sliders and whatnot, create animations for your tasks, and do a bunch of different things. Please, please, please look at the reference and have fun playing around with some of those features to make your sketch really interactive and fun. I will see you in the next lesson.